Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the collective. Collective, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Everyone, I have decided that this collective reading is going to be all about cord cutting, because every once in a while we just need to cut some cords with people and with things and situations that do not serve us, and it's always a really nice feeling because you're simply releasing the energy back to those people that it does not belong to and taking your energy back. And isn't that preferable? Isn't that what we want? So for your reading today, I'm going to be using the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck for the overall energy and the Light Seers Tarot for your tarot reading. I also have a very special crystal. This is a crystal. I don't really have nails to make that sound, but this is selenite in the shape, carved in the shape of a blade. And I use it symbolically to, every time I do cord cutting meditations, I always hold it in my hand to really kind of cement for me that I'm going through this process. So I have this on my table for you. I also have this Prehnite crystal with Epidote, which I had from my last series of readings, because at the time of this recording, it is Mercury retrograde. So I'm going to get the overall energy from the Wild Unknown Alchemy, and then I'm going to intuit the messages from it, but I will read from the book at the end of the reading just to have a nice summary of what has been discussed today. I'm sorry if this is distracting. It's just the sunlight coming through my shades, which are almost all the way down, but the sun at this time of day just managed to find that little entry point right here. So maybe, it's kind of right here on my face, that kind of telling me maybe you're of two minds about something right now, about cord cutting with this particular situation or person. So we'll ask Spirit, see what Spirit has to say about that. Spirit, what energies do you have for the collective, please? Thank you. 3 cards came out. Debating on whether or not I should take all 3, but I'm only going to read from the one that came out first, but I will interpret the other 2. First card was the Great Serpent, so this is the one that I will read from the book. The Great Serpent, or Ouroboros, of course, is the snake that eats itself. You can see here, though, inside its kind of stomach cavity, its body, the colors of the chakras represented by jewels. These are diamonds, like a sapphire, an emerald, topaz perhaps, so on and so forth, ruby. Whenever we think of gems, could be dealing with a Gemini. Whenever we think of gems, we think of precious stones. So it's almost as if there's something here that you're highly valuing, but you've almost highly valued it to the point where you've consumed it, and then has it consumed you, right? This idea of consumption is very important with the Ouroboros, as it eats its own tail. The other 2, synchronicity, again with an Ouroboros theme. Annus Mundus, synchronicity. So there could be a lot of synchronicities that are happening to you right now where Spirit is trying to communicate something really strong to you. And Jupiter, the planet of expansion. I mean, these are beautiful energies, like really spectacular. And let me just hold them all up so you can see. In between these rainbow themes is this stark black and white, right? So on either side, there's this like black and white yin and yang energy. And on either side is this vibrancy and abundance of color. Kind of suggesting to me being of two minds again, right? But they're also kind of, and also there's a gem in the middle of this one. There's a diamond right in the middle there. I almost see this as like two different people. So this could be you and the person that you're trying to cut cords with. Maybe both of you have found prosperity in different places, in different ways. Jupiter corresponds to the Wheel of Fortune card in the Major Arcana. It talks about divine timing. So does synchronicity. I'm kind of asking Spirit right now because I'm like, do we have to cut cords? Do we want to cut cords with energies like this? But the tarot will tell us why. The tarot will tell us why. 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, and future. Excuse me. That was not what I wanted to say. What needs to go? The lesson that needs to be learned. And Spirit's advice. Maybe that all coincides with past, present, and future. Oh, see, now that I see the tarot, it becomes clear that we have to cut cords. One major arcana for your reading today, collective. What needs to go? 7 of Swords and the 10 of Cups in the reverse, both in reverse. Just want to point out to you, 7 of Swords, he has a sheath in his hand, right? Much like this. Interesting too that this is rainbow energy, and right off the bat, I saw this character coming in and just slicing into it. What? These 2 cards are in reverse. The thing that I'm picking up on, and it might not resonate for all of you, but I see this sense of isolation here. And over here, you looking at a situation where 2 people are coupled up. So this could be a romantic, an ex-romantic partner. Remember, the cord cutting is energetic and only energetic. You see some situation that just does not include you anymore. And you're feeling this need to, it's difficult, but you want to separate from it. 7 of Swords can talk about, actually, you know, 7 of Swords can talk about trying to take the advantage without ruffling any feathers, or, even though I see a lot of ruffled feathers here, but it's about gaining the upper hand without causing a lot of chaos in the process. It's like taking our share and just kind of exiting stage left. That we don't want to have a lot of fuss or a lot of fanfare behind anything. But there's a situation here that is making us unhappy. And it doesn't have to be a couple. 10 of Cups can also just represent a situation. In the upright, it's a situation of blissfulness. right? So I'm going to pull another clarifier, but there's a situation here where it's difficult for you to step away from it gracefully. Yeah, look, I mean, these two cards in this suit are the most problematic for me. 5 and 7 of Swords, the most problematic. Because this card can talk about sometimes being like the little thief of the tarot, the thief. And the 5 of Swords can talk about wanting to win at all costs, playing dirty. And here it's just headache. And you got this card in the upright. So something that has been causing a lot of deliberation, stress, a ruckus. I see this character over here. This is really sticking out to me, trying to get your attention, and you're just not wanting to deal with it anymore. So this could be a person in your life that is causing you a lot of anxiety. And you know what I just heard? It's a person that you would never have predicted. You never would have thought that they would be the cause of your stress. And yet you can't seem to, like, all you want to do is separate from them. And all they want to do is like try and get your attention here. In the present energy, another 5. 5 of Pentacles. If you've, watched any of my readings, I have a very fraught relationship with the 5s. Anytime I see 5 energy, it's talking about the in-between, right? Just like whatever's happening here with this light. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. 5 of Pentacles talks about a sense of alienation, isolation. But I almost want to say that this is not your energy. This energy is this person who is feeling left out of a scenario in your life. You see the key here? Whenever I see skeleton keys in particular, I think of the relationship to the soul, to your soul space, your higher self. Being able to unlock that door at any time, but you're choosing not to, or they're choosing not to. It's a door that has to be, it's no less of a door now in my mind. Spirit is showing me boundaries, because here I'm just looking. I can't, it's distracting. I'm sorry. It's when I have time to record. So it's just going to be there, right? But it's talking about drawing the line, boundaries on a situation that are absolutely necessary for you. Just like this. Just like this. And separately, both of you could be experiencing a whole lot of beauty and abundance and what have you. But there's a very clear black and white theme that separates the two. It's clarified by the Hermit. Virgo energy, your only major arcana so far. Number 9. Another kind of solitary energy, but it feels different, doesn't it? This one is head down, tucked into the body. This one is sitting very erect, looking out onto the horizon, kind of floating above the surface of things. Hermit talks about somebody who is going through their spiritual awakening, a dark night of the soul, where one calls everything into question. This is how I see you. And this is how I see the other party. Even the color scheme's so different. You're looking forward now. It's really important that you do that. Staying in this for as long as you need to kind of work through all of your inner trauma and your childhood wounds and your triggers, your fears. That's doing the really hard work. And I just see this person is just kind of like almost chasing after you. Let's get a clarifier on the Five of Pentacles. Two cards. Yeah. Wow. King of Swords, Ten of Swords. Wow. Lots of air energy. King of Swords is an authority. Really learned person. Can be cold, can be discerning. But they speak the truth. They're a very good communicator. If anyone wants to draw boundaries, King of Swords is very good at that. Making a very strong delineation between things. Ten of Swords can talk about disappointment. But in this particular rendition of the Ten of Swords, there's an optimism because you're walking kind of into the light, into what I perceive as the sunrise, where things become more illuminated. So there could be a lot of sense of loss in whatever this connection is. There's loss. But there's also wisdom behind it. King of Swords, it's like, I know what I have to do. And I'm not backing down. I'm not backing down. It's important. Here's that sword again. I'm not backing down. I just keep hearing that. What's Spirit's advice? Nine of Swords. Thank you. Excuse me, Nine of Wands. Why did I say Nine of Swords? Nine of Swords is nightmare energy. I feel like that was your person kind of coming through, even with the honking of the horn. Spirit kind of wanting to acknowledge, right? If you have to cut cords with somebody, sometimes we cut cords energetically, a person never even knows. But if you're cutting cords like in the physical, like you're blocking them, you're not talking to them, you're not texting them back, you're not going out with them anymore, like that. Spirit almost wanted to acknowledge the fact that this is difficult for that person and that you should treat the situation with as much understanding and compassion as you possibly can, because you're the one doing the cord cutting. You're the one drawing the boundary. And that's not going to be easy, even if it's for self-preservation, if it's for self-care, you know. You only ever feel like we need to cut cords with people when they're when something about their energy is toxic to us. Nine of Wands in reverse. It's Spirit saying like you're no longer interested in maintaining whatever this situation is. We're kind of releasing ourselves from standing as a sentry at this post. We're stepping away from that now. Eight of Wands in reverse, so 9 and 8 of Wands in succession here. 8 of Wands in reverse, the communication is coming to an end. We're no longer having to explain ourselves. We're no longer feeling the need. And this is Spirit's advice. So whoever this person is, they're not good for you in this moment. And you're starting to see everything that's pointing, all signs pointing towards drawing the boundary. And I want, before I flip this card, this is their energy. I want to really reiterate to you, if you're feeling any kind of, because I felt somebody kind of feeling a little bit of guilt or whatever, I want to assure you, right? Yes, they may be feeling sad about the situation with you, but they're going to be doing just fine. Jupiter is good luck, good fortune. This is their energy. This is your energy. This is theirs. They're going to be okay. Look, see? This is clarifying Spirit's advice. This is you. Empress. My favorite card in any tarot deck. Number 3 in the Major Arcana, representing Taurus and Libra energy. Talks about fertility. Talks about Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. And the sense of allowing and attracting good fortune to us, right? Like, we're only going to attract things that are in our same vibration. We're only going to allow things in that serve our best and highest good across the board. That's really beautiful. That's beautiful energy. So now I'm going to read from the book, The Great Serpent. The Ouroboros, the Tail Eater, the Guardian, the Quantum Realm. The Ouroboros is the all-encompassing glyph of the alchemical process. The hungry snake bends itself around you in a gesture of protection and guardianship, giving you the space and safety to participate in the work. The work is with a capital W, the work. Anything and everything can be offered into its mouth for transformation. Good, bad, blasphemous, or precious. The materials of our life transmutate into gems along the great serpent's spine. Along with your woes, the Ouroboros engulfs every pair of opposites. What is masculine becomes feminine. What is sky becomes earth. What is past becomes future. When this card appears, you have entered the quantum realm. Everything is a possibility. No one knows the limits of the Ouroboros. Just when you fell into thinking that your life was straightening out, the snake takes you once again into its gaping mouth for an entirely new trajectory. Thank you, Spirit. Note that the great serpent eats itself, not others. The work starts and ends with the alchemists themselves. Through this remembrance, the alchemist learns to service the world. It's about privileging what your needs, not in a selfish way, but in a way that transforms you into a person that can then help the rest of the world. Thank you, Spirit. So I'm being called to give attention to that person that is feeling guilty for drawing a boundary on whoever this is. Do not hold on to that anymore. Cut that guilt right out. Because it's not, guilt is not serving anyone. Especially not the other person. All right? Because even if you feel guilty, you're still cutting them out in some way. Even if it's energetically. You could still talk to this person every single day. But energetically, you know you're drawing a line. It's for your best and highest good. It's for your protection. The Ouroboros surrounds you, right? You have other things that you need to focus on right now. And that person has things that they need to focus on. And somewhere along the way, they became too entangled with you. And it needs to stop. Right? So that you can continue on with the important work that you're meant to do. And you're doing it with compassion. Remember, we're always doing it with a sense of love for others and for ourselves. So that's your reading, collective. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Collective.